podcast. It's been a while. Dang. Hi, everyone. My name is Joy. I'm the growth coach, and I am here with another Black Monday event. First off, I have to say shout out to you, Monica, and thank you for inviting me back. We are here because of you, and I'm so grateful for you. And if you want to tell more about the Black Monday before we start, because, we got future ventures coming up, I need you to tell more about us.
All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Monita Kai Price. I go by Monita Kai, but if you can't say that, just call me Mo, all right? I do this Black Monday event pretty much every federal holiday that falls on a Monday. President's Day, MLK Day, Memorial Day. The next one is on Juneteenth. This year it's on a Monday, so another Black Monday coming up next month. Probably do about 2 or 3 more between July 4th, which is on a Tuesday, but July 3rd is a Monday, Labor Day, and Columbus Day / Indigenous People Day, because we're culturally proper over here. So yeah, this is the third one. The first one, it was just a pop-up shop and the day party, big vibes. The second one was on President's Day. I wasn't here because I was fetting in Trinidad for Carnival, but Joy and friends held it down for me, and we included the podcast. And this is the third one, and all Black affairs. See, drip. Drip, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're just here living life and bringing attention to Black entrepreneurs, Black people, Black love, Black energy, and Black vibes. So pop-up shop going on, the podcast going on, the day party's right above us, and give it about another hour or so, it's going to be jumping in here. All right.
So thank you, and make sure you tune in for another Black Monday, because we'll be back definitely.
For sure.
So yeah, thank you. I just wanted to get started with you first.
I bet. I'll take it away, and then we're good to go. Thanks for coming up. South
you.
Jersey in the house, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we have a lot of guests on, which I'm definitely excited. I want everybody to introduce themselves. Also, we're collaborating with another Black business, and I'm just so excited. So I'm gonna let us start from here and work this way, and then because they have a special thing that they start their podcast off with, so I'm gonna let them do that. So first, let's start with Elijah.
Gotcha. My name is Elijah Brown. I'm from West Orange, New Jersey, and
You don't want to say anything else about you?
I'm an entrepreneur. I just got invited to my first movie ever. So I have that in LA, so I'm excited about that. I own 2 moving companies, and I do a little bit of everything, so that's a little bit about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, all things money. Tell
Yes,
us
sir.
about y'all.
We'll do the intro.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? You got me, Sheila, a.k.a. One Take Shay.
And you got me, Diamond Boy, a.k.a. Dash Wavy. And right now, this is All Things Money. We go by ATM as well. We're a podcast that talks about entrepreneurship, mindset, positivity, growth, as well. Because all of us, that's in our crew, we all have a 9 to 5. We all work, but we also chase a dream as well.
Yeah.
So we let people know that you can do both. You know what I mean? And chase our dreams. So yeah, we want to do a toast. So at the beginning of each episode, we do a toast just for being here. You know what I mean? Just for getting this far. So let's take a toast.
All right, cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone here. Thank you for showing up. I'm going to take this shot. Pray to God, my liver.
Ooh. There we go.
I love that.
I'm not a drinker, FYI, so if y'all watching this, I'm
That chaser
sorry.
right there.
I make horrible
So
faces
good.
when I drink.
Bro?
No, I didn't.
Shut up. All right. While I'm recuperating, let's start off the podcast with what I kind of like to start off with, just a mental health question. So, for one, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I don't know if y'all know, but this is my favorite time of the year, where I can just sit here and be a little geek and tell everybody about mental health.
Okay.
But first off, I want to know, what is mindfulness to you guys? And especially as an entrepreneur, how important is mindfulness to you guys? I don't know. Whoever want to take it away, y'all can take it away.
That's a good question.
Wait, can we get the definition of?
Nope, I
It's
can't
like-
give you the definition
No,
first.
it's not even that. It's
I
like
can't give definition first.
what I have.
We
in
don't
my-
do that over here.
What I have in my head is, I don't know if it's.
My-
I'm gonna just say mine, and then you let me know if I'm right or.
Go ahead.
All right, so when I think about mindfulness, I think of like meditation, like getting my mind right.
Yeah.
Setting the day off straight and things like that. That's when I think about mindfulness. Just being emotionally aware about what's going on. See, that was the
I like
one,
that.
right?
I agree.
What's going on internally,
Yeah.
I think I got it.
Like
Right?
inner peace.
Is that it?
You okay?
Oh, okay.
Anybody else want to go before I say yes or no if he's right or not?
I think he's right. I feel like mindfulness of like your mental health, mindfulness of your inner peace. I feel like that's basically what I have. Like I feel like he got spot on.
If I can add on, because I feel like
Go
I'm
ahead.
wrong.
You wanna?
You not
If I can
wrong,
add
so
on to
keep
that.
going. I want to know
So-
what everybody's perspective is of mindfulness.
So when I think about mindfulness, I think about what's going. I said this
Awareness.
wrong.
Awareness.
Awareness.
That's what I
I'm
think
just
about
gonna
it.
say
It's
Your
awareness.
surroundings.
It's awareness.
Surroundings.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
yeah,
aware of
Being
your
here in
surroundings.
real time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Knowing what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I
mindfulness.
think that's it.
I was gonna
I
say
think
that.
yeah.
That's mindfulness.
Awareness
yeah.
of surroundings and
Be
stuff.
mindful.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a definition?
Be aware. Awarefulness.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, aware.
Being aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did a good job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I
Okay.
appreciate that. Cheers to me.
Mindfulness is a state of being present within the moment
That's
through the
in
practice
real
of
time.
meditation and self-awareness.
Okay.
Right on the nose.
We was on the money with that one.
Right on the nose.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
I
See?
try.
Don't doubt
I try.
yourself.
You know
Don't
what?
doubt
You're
It
right.
made
yourself.
some
You're right.
questions I try to get you sometimes. That's why.
I try.
So here's the first question that I have for y'all. Do y'all practice mindfulness as entrepreneurs? And how do you?
I do. I feel like I take at least one to 2 days a week, just having a self-care day. I'll go to the spa. I'll go to, I'll meditate, do hot yoga, do something that's like, just takes all the stress away from like the whole week. Cause I feel like as young black men, we're always working and trying to elevate more and more, and we don't take a break for like a day or two just to bring ourselves down. And cause like you could definitely get what's it called, too tired, and even when you're tired, you gotta power through. We're always taught to power through anything, and sometimes we burn out. There's a thing called burnout, and it's very real. So
That's a fact.
I think we should definitely consider
fact.
taking a self-care day.
Okay.
True.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Y'all practice mindfulness.
It's funny enough. When I started like on this journey, I felt like I was chasing a lot of like money, right? Opportunities, but I realized I wasn't mindful to my loved ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't have time for my sister, or for my parents, my cousins. You know what I mean? I was always trying to hustle.
Facts.
But I realized as an entrepreneur, you need balance, right?
Definitely.
Balance also comes with mindfulness, right?
Very
Knowing
true.
when to take a break, knowing when to chill with your family and not do OT. You know what I'm saying? Not
agree.
to invest. You know what I mean? Just
Definitely.
cut out some space, just for your family, for your friends. Go to more events, go to birthdays. Cause I was missing all that at one point. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go
Everybody
to a
goes
birthday
through that.
party.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
wouldn't go to a graduation. You know, I was too busy trying. You know what I mean? Chase the
money.
dream.
That's how
But
it
I
is.
realized, and me and you had the discussion. You know what I mean? That as like when you're chasing your journey, you don't want to miss all the important events
Right.
along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I practice mindfulness, but just taking time out from my
sure.
family, my friends. For yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what's up. Learning experiences.
I think for like one of the things that I do, like the first thing that I get up, I just practice gratitude. Like, you know, I say thank you God for like roof over my head, warm food to eat. And once I start doing that, then I start thinking in a positive way. You know what I mean? Regardless about whatever, situations that I got going on
Yeah.
and things like that. Then I read my daily devotion, I read a Bible verse, and it kind of gets my headspace, and I also like work out and stuff like that to kind of like
sure.
deal with stress. So I think I really try to practice
Gratitude.
Yeah, gratitude. I think that's the number one,
Definitely.
gratitude. Yeah.
Cheers to gratitude.
Yeah.
Gratitude.
Nah, that's a fact.
I think it's very essential, especially for black men in America, or more so all over the country, or just men in general, to practice it. I'm a very big advocate for men to practice mental health because sometimes you guys are taking on so much of the world beating you down, especially black men.
I
You don't have
appreciate that.
anybody,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
having your
Appreciate
back.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. I appreciate
I'm
that.
very like if you ask any of my friends, anybody I know, I'm very strong on like, how are you today? Like, who checked in on you? Are you good? Like,
Right.
how are you feeling? Because I think you guys have a habit of taking on so much. You guys don't even know sometimes the right words to use to express, this is what I'm going through, this is how I'm feeling, and things like that. And it's important to just have check-ins. And I understand that sometimes y'all don't have the language. and it's cool. But I think it's important that you maybe find a therapist, you find a life coach, you find some healthy way to like, you know, navigate that. So with mindfulness, I think it's important that, you know, you guys kind of navigate that space of what does self-care look like for you, or how does it look like, you know, spending time with your family members, because that centers a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like therapy doesn't work for everybody, but you know, being around family does.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you could have that therapy session just with an aunt, you
Yep.
can have it with an uncle.
Yep.
And whatnot. Sometimes I know one of my best friends, he uses the gym as therapy. So everybody uses a form of therapy so much differently. So I think I'm glad to hear that all of you guys, and I especially like the fact that you said hot yoga. I didn't want that one to let go. So I'm definitely glad to hear that you guys, like, you use mindfulness, or you use some type of mental health therapy.
Yeah.
In your life, because I think that's just so essential.
And
yes, you're pushing the culture when you do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know, you guys are thinking for your next generation. Let me ask this question: how do you think it's so important? Well, how do you feel about generational like curses being broken? Since obviously we're all doing that, we're being entrepreneurs and things like that. How do you think like mental health plays a big part in that?
In the generation, next generation
Like,
coming up, or this
obviously
generation?
we're all probably in the similar generation, maybe a generation before that. I'm pretty sure y'all older than us over here, but that's perfectly fine. It's okay. We over here, we still young, but we still got it.
How old are y'all?
I'm 25. I'll be 26 in
okay.
October.
Sheesh,
He's
okay.
21.
Yeah, I'm
I
21.
found that out.
wow.
He looks like he's almost my age. I thought.
21? That's
I was
crazy.
that age.
This grandpa over here.
He capping. He capping. I'm in my 20s. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about all that. The details. Don't worry about the details and all that. But I'm in my 20s.
No, I'm 28.
Okay,
28.
so I'm
Yeah.
thinking you 29.
I'm the oldest.
Okay, so you look, so I'm here 29, but it's okay.
I'm the oldest.
It's okay. So obviously we have millennial then versus Gen Z. It's fine. But like clearly, eventually y'all gonna want to be fathers. Y'all gonna want to be husbands.
For
and
sure.
Things like that.
For
so
sure.
Yeah,
how do you think it's
definitely.
so important that not only as entrepreneurs, as even just as black men, that you kind of break those generational curses?
Yeah.
You want me to go?
I can go.
Go ahead. Go. Somebody go first.
So
Take it
for
off.
me, to break really is now, right? So what we do now is gonna affect our kids. You know what I mean? So I just put in the work, right?
Facts.
I make sure a lot of people, they have kids and then they worry about, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. But I know eventually I'm gonna have a kid, right? I'm gonna have a family. So let me put it to work now. So when the time comes, I'm not stressing about bills or ends meet, you know what I mean?
For sure.
I already told Shayla, my boys, that, you know, the goal is to have trust funds. So when my boy has a kid,
Yeah.
when he turns 18, boom, couple
Right,
thousand,
exactly.
whatever the
Generational
price is, you know what I
Exactly.
mean? Because the goal is to give our kids a head start, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I always tell my boys that, or my friends that, our kids should live a better life than us.
Definitely.
Right? If I have a kid and they end up living the same life, going through the same stuff I went through, then I failed. You know what I mean?
Right.
What was the point?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my dad, my dad's Nigerian, right? He
Yeah.
grew up in Nigeria. So he came to this country to give me a better life.
Right.
So I gotta do better than what he did, because
Right.
I came up on an edge, right? Like than he did.
Yeah.
So my kids should now
Right.
come up on an edge. So that's just the goal, for me.
I feel that 100%.
If I can like jump in, like
Yeah, go ahead.
it's like honestly, but at the same time, like it's lonely. Like it can feel real dark. Like especially if like your family members have no idea what you're trying to do, especially as entrepreneurs. They might not
Yeah.
see the vision. They might not. What are you talking about? Get a good job. Go to
Yeah.
college. What are you talking about? You want to dance and
They don't
all that.
understand
Like you know
the-
what I mean?
the
Like
generation like
yeah,
that.
entertainment. So it's
Yeah.
like. But I think what's really important is to really surround yourself about like-minded people to let you know that you're not alone. That not everybody, there's certain type of unique people that's searching for other things just like you are.
For
So
sure.
you're not alone. Maybe you can't get that with your family, but that doesn't mean that you should stop what you're doing. You just
Definitely.
gotta remove yourself from the situation and go on your own path and things like that. And you just gotta be conscious of that. And it can feel it can feel lonely, but like just surround yourself with,
Right
you know,
people.
like-minded people. Because for an example, there'll be sometimes my mind be in the gutter, I'm pessimistic. Then this guy called me randomly talking about, yo, we gotta get it, we gotta do this now, and things like that.
Facts.
Now my mind has
Back on
shifted
track.
positively because
Definitely.
it's a dark road. This entrepreneur type, you know, there's a lot of reels that go out that's like this glitz and glamour,
Yeah.
but nobody really see the behind the doors,
Behind
the
the
work,
scenes.
the
You're right.
edits, all that stuff, the grind that you done put in years without people really noticing.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And things like that. So it can be
Facts.
lonely, but just make sure you surround yourself with like-minded people because it
Yeah,
can get
100%.
dark sometimes.
Facts.
Definitely. I feel like a lot of people come from so many different backgrounds. You just have to really adapt to a different lifestyle that you like. If you came up from like a bad neighborhood or like a bad family, I feel like you just gotta really get out that situation. Like my family, I came up very well, but my family before that, they didn't come up so well. So they worked for everything they had, and I feel like personally, like you just have to keep grinding away no matter what circumstance you're in, and like just break the cycle. I feel like breaking the cycle from a background that you came from that's bad, you just have to really focus like on just working hard. I feel like working hard is just like and dedication. There's a lot of patience behind blowing up and being the next big thing. So like I feel like people always try to rush the process of greatness, and I feel like if you just take your time and be patient and be consistent, you could do whatever you want in life. So
True.
That's a fact.
that's all.
Yeah, you can always, you can either, I see things in like two ways, right? You can either be a product of your environment or be the change that you want to see, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So the choice is yours in between those two things, you know what I mean? So
You're right.
Well, I'm definitely glad to hear that. For one, you guys are doing the work now, because it's important. One day that you guys are probably going to have black daughters or black sons, obviously, and they're the next generation. It's important that they know that where they came from and where you come from, because obviously they're probably going to be way well off than where we are. Like, so
Lord willing.
I like the fact that from one you said that you want your child to have a trust fund.
yeah,
Because even just from maybe my growing up, like my mom kind of set me up straight, like where I almost went to college, I almost kind of scot-free because,
see what I'm saying?
you know, just
Love that.
ensuring that, you know, I didn't have to take on those bills and whatnot, and make sure that, you know, I can have that positive future and I can be able to be anything that I desire to be. Because at the end of the day, she didn't have that growing up, you know. And some parents, you know, they realize they want so much more better for their child. But some parents, unfortunately, within our lovely black community, they want their kids to get it from out the mud, or they don't really want to put in that work for their child to, you know, or maybe they just don't honestly know how to. And that's nobody's fault. But I think it's important that now that we're all aware of how hard it is out here, we want our kids to have a better life.
Yeah,
We want them
sure.
to be able to be like, you know what, like, the world's not gonna love you, but I love you enough to make sure you got it 10 times easier than me. And you're gonna teach me something as much as I could teach you as well.
Yeah,
So I love the fact that you guys are doing that. Do you want your kids to be an entrepreneur?
I do.
You do?
I do, because I feel like when you just focus on one job, I feel like you have to have a backup plan. Like when COVID hit, I think everybody lost a lot of jobs, and the goals that I want for my kids is to always have multiple streams of income, because when you have multiple streams coming in, you don't have to worry about, I lost my job, I don't know what to do. Now you're lost, and you're just scrambling to get any type of job that you desire. And I feel like just having multiple options keeps you balanced, it keeps you busy, but also like I told you, like the self-care days, they definitely help with just mentally staying in it.
I'm glad to hear that you kind of want your kids to be entrepreneurs, but how young do you want your kids to be entrepreneurs?
I started when I was 18, becoming an entrepreneur. My parents raised me very well to the point where I've always started work early, and I was always a hustler. So like being in that environment and just seeing how my parents grew up to where they are now, it was very inspiring. So I want my next generation to do the same as well.
So you're saying like teenage years?
Yeah, teenage years, I would say.
Okay, that's not bad. What about you guys?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe my son or daughter want to be like a doctor or something like that, you know. And right, so I wouldn't mind them not choosing to be an entrepreneur, but I would say you gotta be an owner. So if you work your 9 to 5, you gotta own some other stuff. Invest in other business, invest in the stock market, get some real estate. You know what I mean? Like, make sure you have passive income. Make sure that you have things established around you that, you know, is yours. But I understand that, you know, whatever my kid's passion is, and if that involves a job, then, you know, go ahead and do that. But just make sure that you in a position where you can be a owner in whatever you do. Whether, you know, if you work at a hospital, see about some stock options. See if see how you can get on the board, some type of ownership play or whatever. That's just all that I would just make sure. Just the ownership piece. Have some ownership in whatever you do. That's the key part.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that you're giving your kids that option.
Yeah.
Options,
Because I think it's so essential. Like, I have family that I know for me, I always knew that I didn't want to work for anybody else.
Yeah.
And like, it's okay, but I have family members that didn't want to do that. Some of them are really like, I have a lot of family that do, that are in nursing or
Right.
like want to do like be an officer
Yeah.
or be a forensic scientist.
Exactly.
So it's okay if you want to work for somebody else, just make sure you got your other hustle. So I love that answer, that you're giving them the option, but you're not
Yeah.
forcing it on them.
Definitely.
So I definitely like that. And now,
Yeah.
what about you?
So me, just to piggyback basically what he said, options, right? So when I have a kid or kids, I want them to have options, right? That's the goal for parents. If they don't want them, see, I would never force anything on anybody. You know what I mean? So if they don't want to do entrepreneurship, they just want to go to school, be a nerd, you know what I mean? Study all day, go ahead. You know what I mean? If you want to get into tech, be a doctor, or maybe a dancer, you know, I would never force thing, but I would want them to have the option. You know what I mean? And I would just teach them about financial literacy, right? So through financial literacy, they will know ownership. They'll know to get stocks. But then, you know, you train them from young. You know, you can start them early. So that way they're groomed into, if they don't want to be an entrepreneur, they can at least own a stock, like you said, or maybe some real estate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like I would just push that from early. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But yeah, just options for my kids. I would never, if they don't want to be, because, you know, entrepreneurship, it ain't really, honestly, I always tell people it's not really recommended.
Oh my gosh.
Like, there's nothing cute about being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
a fact.
it's really, you know,
It's a lot of work.
It's a
there's
lot
nothing
of,
cute about
Oh my
it.
God.
You
there's a
know?
lot of nights you're crying.
Oh my gosh.
And I always tell people, you know, you always see the glory, but you don't know the story.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
fact.
So
You
I need
came up with
that.
I ain't come up with it, but
I was gonna say you gotta text that. You gotta text that.
Nah, that was it though.
I was gonna say you gotta send me
Nah,
that quote.
that was
Yeah,
it.
that
Though.
quote.
That might be my
I'm
caption.
gonna drink to that one.
Nah, that was it. I need one. Let me see. You know the glory, but you don't know the story.
Nah,
I might take that.
I'm using that for my next IG post.
what I said,
Like,
they see the glory, but they don't know the
like, you
story.
don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's gonna be a caption. I like that.
That's what I said. I said the same
For
thing.
that.
But since you guys are in the financial space, right? I want to switch a little bit.
Love it.
How important?
Uh-oh.
Because I'm gonna maybe dive
It's
a
about to
little
get
deep
spicy.
because
Yeah,
you know
let's go.
we all black on this podcast.
Let's go.
For sure.
Obviously, we're in Mental Health Awareness Month, so we're still gonna say my topic. But financial literacy is a really huge thing within the Black community, and unfortunately, a lot of us are in uncomfortable spaces when it comes to we don't even know how to budget. Do you only know 1% of the country actually knows how to budget or has $1,000 actually in their savings account?
Seriously?
Yeah, I could literally
Yeah,
show
it's
you the
bad.
stats. I literally have it on my
Yeah.
iPad.
That's crazy.
Only about 99 or 98% of the country actually has $1,000 to spare,
Yeah.
as well as even has a financial advisor.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
That's
I've had
big.
a financial advisor since I was 21 because I have a mutual fund.
Wow. Good
Yeah,
for
thank you, thank you.
Okay.
You know,
That's
I be
what's up.
trying,
Yeah,
I like
that's
that. To
I
set
like
myself
that.
up and, you know,
That's
set
what I'm
my
talking
children
about.
up.
For sure.
Because, you know, my mom didn't have these opportunities.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
you got to take advantage
gotta
of
take
what your parents
advantage,
didn't
of
have. So, like, she's always told me, I don't know everything, but I can show you the way. And I can show you who has the answers.
Yeah.
So I've taken that and
Shout out
I
to
ran with
moms.
that. Tough.
Shout out to
I
moms.
would not be here without mom. So mom,
Mom
thank
Dukes.
you. You probably won't watch this podcast, but I know you're hearing it. So
Shout
thank
out to
you.
Mom.
Thank you very much. I wouldn't be here
Shout out to
without
Mom
you.
Dukes.
So, but yeah. So, like I was saying, a lot of individuals do not have financial advisors. They don't have at least $1,000 in their savings account. A lot of individuals are living paycheck to paycheck.
Oh, for sure.
So how do you think, since y'all all things money, how do you think it is so important, or what could we do as Black individuals to like actually, set up the next generation, even set up just ourselves? Like, we're all in our 20s or maybe in our 30s that are listening. What can we do differently to set up our money so we can be straight?
That's a good question.
You want to take that first?
I mean, I was gonna say what you was gonna say when you said, just do what the rich niggas do. Ain't that what you said?
Yeah.
But
once
what do
before?
the rich niggas do?
I could follow up on that.
What do they do?
I know a lot of millionaires that invest in real estate. I feel like with the right connections
fact.
and the right properties that you invest in, you start small when you get into the business. I feel like, for example, one of my clients that I have for the moving company, he told me when you invest in $10,000, like just saved up, and you don't have to worry about the rest of the money that you have, come to me and I'll set you up for life. So I feel like real estate's a good idea to get into. You can invest in moving companies like a multi-million-dollar business if you really
Yeah, because everybody's
invest
moving
and
every
grow
other
into.
day.
Yeah, everybody always needs moving, so that's a property. That's a business you can get into. I feel like I don't know. You can get into a trust fund like you said.
Yeah. Even like to add on to that, even if you want to get into the stock market and you're not sure about what's going on or what's happening, it's all public information. One of the greatest investor, Warren Buffett, all his top 10 holdings is on Google. You can go ahead and Google what's Warren Buffett's top 10 holdings. And it's a whole list. You don't gotta sometimes you don't have to create a will.
Yeah.
You can just follow exactly what he's getting money. Okay, now you're getting money because now you putting your money with exactly what he's putting in. It's all public information. Whatever popular company like Apple, you can actually Google, okay, what's Apple investing? Where they putting their money? Because I want to put my money where they putting their money because it seems like they got a good idea about what's going on. So, you can Google all that information and put it in. And even in real estate, I'm in real estate myself. If you look at the history trend of the housing market, it's always going up.
Definitely.
If you play the long-term game, you always going to win. So it's just like one of those things that happens. Just the main important part, like what you were saying, is that it's about knowing money, saving, having the money discipline to be like, you know what, saving that instant gratification. You know what, I'm not gonna go out this weekend. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna put my money up. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna take 10% of my paycheck and I'm gonna put it into my savings plan so that way I can start making my money work for myself. Because that's what the rich people are doing. They they're making their money work for them, or they paying somebody else to leverage their time to make more money. So that's
true,
what they're
that's
doing.
true.
So
I was just about to follow up, as I was gonna say, it's better to own than rent. When you rent,
Absolutely.
you don't get any money back from what you're paying for. When you own, you always make a profit back of what you make. So
I agree, but we're living in unfortunately a country where right now to even save is hard. Let's
for
think
sure.
about inflation level. I just recently bought a car,
Yeah.
which I don't want to, I love my car. It's my new baby,
Mm-hmm.
but that monthly payment and the inflation level for the interest is ridiculous. So for individuals that are living paycheck to paycheck, maybe y'all could tell me what can they do to even just get somewhere to save?
build credit.
If I can jump on this. So to beat inflation, right? To be on the winner side of inflation, one of the key things is real estate. So when things are, let's say when the money is skyrocketing, that means in the housing market, that means your equity is growing. So it's that's how you hedge against inflation. Investing in companies, stock market, that's how you hedge against inflation and things like that. As long as you have a balance about what you're actually doing and things like that. And one key thing is real estate. That's definitely a prime example.
Yeah, so if I can piggyback off what he said. So for people who Because I like what you said.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't have real estate, right?
That's what I'm saying.
A
Like,
lot of people don't.
they
you
don't
know what
got
I'm saying?
that assets. They
So-
live a paycheck. They
Right,
making
right.
about
They
$1,000
can't, you know
per
what I'm saying?
paycheck.
Okay, right.
They not putting that in the real estate, unfortunately.
I got one too
Yeah.
for you later on.
So what I would recommend, what I did, right, is all about budgeting,
That's true.
right? So I would just cut back on maybe going to the club that weekend,
That's a fact.
the Jordans.
Chill out.
I'll just cut back on the spending.
Take it easy.
I'll save it. So I'm gonna tell you a true story.
We here for the true stories.
So I was working, getting paid, from my paychecks for my job. I'm in tech. So when I would get paid, I'll put money aside. I'll stop going to the club, stop buying bottles. I would stop buying designer for a little bit. You don't have to like keep doing it, just for a little bit, maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Money adds up, right? So you put it aside. And what I did is I invested in the stock market, right? So funny enough, when you put yourself in a like-minded crowd, things will gravitate towards you, right? So we was in the meeting, and he had told me about crypto. I don't know at that point I didn't know anything about crypto. You know what I mean? And I was like, all right, I heard him, but I didn't really like.
I kept saying it. I was
like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when it comes to money, we have this attachment to it. You know what I mean? But we need to learn to be detached to money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because it's just currency. You know what I mean? So
Just means
it comes and goes.
it comes and goes. So don't be. I used to like seeing dollars add up in my account, but I realized there's no point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So eventually I listened to him.
Yeah.
I got into crypto, and when I tell you, like, as soon as I put my money into crypto, every paycheck, if not the whole paycheck, at least half of it will go into it.
Oh, you really was.
I was all in at one point. I'm a bit
Okay.
like more of a risk taker because
that's what I'm saying.
because I
Half
know
your
my
paycheck.
like resources.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta just use your resources.
Yeah.
A lot of people have pride.
Oh,
They don't want to reach out. I have no shame.
Yeah.
So I will go all into something and then tell my my folks like, yo,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? If it makes sense, you know what I mean? I wouldn't do nothing stupid, but
Yeah.
I would really go all in because you gotta sometimes you get what they call it, rich off risk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And scare money don't make no money,
Yeah.
right?
That's a fact.
So
right.
you gotta just go in, close your eyes sometimes, and shoot for the stars.
And just like to
Facts.
piggyback off that, but it's about like budgeting. You know what I mean? Like he was able to like invest half his paycheck because he was cutting back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was denying himself, and sometimes you gotta take that risk. Like for an example, like I had brought a condo. I couldn't really afford, so I had to get a roommate. I had to cut back on the expenses. I had to get rid of my key to start, tenant out.
Yeah.
I
I remember.
I was living nice, but
Yeah.
I had to humble myself. I'm like, you know what? I got to take a step back. I had to cut back. I had to, be under the radar.
Yeah.
Sheila, what you doing? Nah, bro, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You got to live like that
Yeah.
for a little bit so
Yeah.
that you can put yourself on and then really show out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about like budgeting and keeping that perspective in mind so that way you can invest your money. But you got to say no to a lot of things. It's hard.
Yeah, you gotta say no.
I was gonna
Sorry.
say.
Go ahead. I want to switch the topic a little bit right
Gotcha.
before like just the last topic.
No problem.
And this is probably gonna be our risque topic. So
Or what happened?
risque.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Risky.
Risque.
So obviously,
Need a shot.
it comes to a point in time when y'all are in relationships or you're in relations with a lady,
Here
right?
we go.
All right. So for one, let's break it down. Y'all obviously, do you think it's important when you're dating somebody or in a relationship or even towards marriage that you should have the same bank account, go off one bank account, or
Ooh.
y'all should have your own bank accounts?
Ooh.
And then for two,
Oh.
how much money is too much money to spend on your girl?
Oh. Okay, the first question.
That's a trick question.
No, it's not. It is not. I mean,
Wait,
how much money
no
is
money
too much
amount.
money
Okay.
to spend on your girl?
that's not that bad of a question though.
No, it can.
Okay, the first one. If everything's in your name, and like something bad happens, like you guys just break up or whatever, she doesn't get anything out of it. But if she has a separate account, then she has something
But
to work
y'all
off
living
of.
together, so like when you live with your girl, y'all think like everything should come from either one account, or like you think that should be waiting
I think
until
you should
marriage?
have separate.
Okay,
And
even in a marriage, do you think that you should have separate accounts?
Of course, I feel like having separate accounts helps you balance out what you're spending. Cause like, say you're trying to have a savings account and like a regular account, like if she's spending all the money and you're working and stuff, like how does that play out?
I
as
mean,
a
if
man?
she's paying Molly the housewife, I mean, is she doing what you need her to do? I mean, she got to have some type of spending account, right?
True.
You asked her to
But
be a
you-
housewife, though, right? Or did she?
What if she has her own job and stuff?
But
and
if you asked her to sit at
this-
home and
this-
play
this-
Molly the
this-
housewife,
It's gonna get dangerous in
obviously,
here.
your money is not her money.
Nah, cause look,
Sticky.
I can give her money. Look, if she has a separate account, I can give her money, but
So
she's
you
not
wanted
gonna
to
have the
go
same.
wired into her account.
Yes,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna
So-
have her in the same account as me.
Okay.
See,
Say I need to make an investment, right? And she takes out a certain amount of money, and it's gone. What am I gonna do now? I have to keep working again.
See, I
try and do
like
that.
that you said that. See, what I would do is I'll have a joint account, but I'll also have a separate account, right?
There
That's-
it is.
that's
Smart
what I
idea.
would do.
I just realized
Yeah,
that.
that's
That was-
exactly
There's
what-
no
that's what I
way
do.
that I'm gonna have
Just one
all my
joint
funds in one account.
and
And
we
then
all
she
sharing
and we
it?
sharing it,
Absolutely not. No.
especially.
No. Too much tension.
Yeah, it could
No.
it could get sticky.
That's tricky.
Yeah.
So
no.
what I would do is I'll just transfer funds over, and she might do likewise. You know what I'm saying? So if it comes to the family necessities,
Yeah.
kids,
The joint account.
tuition,
Definitely.
food, joint account.
Joint account.
But
You gotta
there's
know who
certain
the girl
things
you're
that you
talking
gotta
to
just,
too, as well.
You know what I mean?
I would wait till marriage with that too. If
Not
I
when you
ever
wait
did
to
one
marriage.
account.
So, but what if y'all living together though? So, like, if you're living together and y'all obviously are all paying the bills together, you
Well-
choosing, you paying the rent, she
Talk
paying
to
the
him.
lights, she paying
Talk
it.
to him.
Like, I'm just saying, how is this going?
Hey,
How is
listen,
this going?
baby
Like, or
girl,
you
you know
paying
you
everything
got-
and then like if y'all don't work out, you giving her the bill?
I mean,
You
like,
don't gotta do all that.
I feel like
over
in a
here.
relationship, right? Aren't you trying to work to marriage?
Correct. I
So, like,
get
for
that.
each person?
I hear you, but I'm saying like, who's paying what bills then?
I mean, I feel like for me,
I like
me
that.
personally, I would pay for the rent and I would pay for the car. Like, I feel like
The
stuff
heavy
that
duty.
the stuff that she owns, I feel like she has to pay for, like phone bill,
Same
for
way.
example, or like car insurance. But other than that, I'll
So
pay
you
for
would pay
everything
for her
else.
car if it's under your
I would
name.
pay for her car, but she
If
has
it's
to pay
under
for
your
this.
name.
Yeah.
But if it's not under her name, she got to pay for that car.
Yes. But I would pay for everything else. Like everything that we do,
So wherever
pay for it.
y'all live,
whatever
you
we
paying
live,
for it.
I would pay for the
and
apartment.
if
the
y'all break
house.
up, you basically giving her the boot.
I wouldn't. I would make sure she has money left over to.
We break up as a
Have
boyfriend and
a
girlfriend
backup
as a
plan.
wife.
Break up as boyfriend and girlfriend.
Give it. So what? Like
I'm
what
just
would
asking
be?
in general.
Boyfriend and
Not the
girlfriend.
boot,
I
then
think
what
it's
else?
different between boyfriend and girlfriend.
Boyfriend and
Why?
girlfriend, if she was stranded or like, and she had nowhere else to go, I would make sure she's still set to go.
Yeah. We're
Wherever
not
she needs to
assholes,
go.
right?
I'm not.
I would
that type-
hope not.
I'm not that type of guy to do
I
that.
would hope
Yeah.
not.
But
So-
we will make sure, like he said, she has arrangements before, we don't do things impulsively, right?
Even if she does like the worst of the worst.
Okay. Define what's the worst of the worst though. What's the worst of the worst in general?
Cheating. I feel like that's probably like.
She probably got auntie or a
like,
mom or
for
parents
example,
somewhere
like,
close by, you know
or
what I
a
mean?
girl like has
So
a
you
kid.
gonna call the mom and be like, your daughter
Oh yeah,
did
she
this, so
got
like, she gotta
be
leave.
expecting her soon.
Or like she messes with somebody around your close ones.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Now my second question: how much is too much to spend on your girl?
I don't really have a limit on that.
I feel like he do it. He's sitting over here laughing.
But like it depends.
He got a
It
limit.
depends
He's
if you're like.
a dollar amount. I want you to know you not spend over this amount, and if you do, you got to go.
Y'all are getting to that point where it's almost marriage time soon.
That's the energy I'm giving off.
That smile did.
Is
I don't know
that-
if you
is that-
noticed.
is
That
that the
smile
energy?
did.
Is that the energy I'm giving off?
That smile gave it all.
I can tell you the number. You want me to tell you the number that I
Okay.
spent?
Wait, is this per paycheck or is it for the
No, I'm
year?
gonna tell you. This is for a year.
Okay.
You wanna know how
Love
much I
that.
spent?
How
Let's talk
much?
numbers.
Don't forget I'm 21.
Uh-huh.
I spent 25,000 a year
On a girl.
on a girl. Spent
Oh,
20
wait. No, seriously. On a girl, you would spend $25,000
I already did. I spent.
You did?
25,000
on a girl.
on a girl.
And
one
she's
year.
not your wife.
She was my girlfriend at the time.
But she's not your wife.
No.
You're
Drop,
21.
drop that
21.
Instagram.
Wait, pause. Backtrack.
Spent 25,000.
Let's pause. Why are you spending $25,000 on somebody that is not your wife?
I was in love. That was my first love. So
I'm gonna
serious.
shut up. Okay. I'm gonna shut up. Go over here. I know we ain't working with $25,000 over here. So what
I
we
don't
doing
know.
over
Me and
here?
him might be neck to neck.
Oh, y'all neck and neck.
Yeah.
Oh, you up there?
We might be neck to neck.
You up there?
We might be up there.
That's what love.
Lover
I tell you,
boys.
that's what love does with you.
Yeah,
I'm a lover
man.
boy.
I'm a Cancer, so
I've been messing with maybe, you know.
I don't know.
$20,000.
Cause you funny
That's
enough.
like almost a car.
No, if you
is.
think about it, 20,000 really.
It goes by quick though.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's not
that
like
much.
it's just like that. It's
Did you
over
wait?
time.
Was this like potentially something that she could utilize as an investment or something like that? That's reasonable.
I would just like randomly like
lifestyle.
if I felt like if she was like what's it called? For example, she would just be like, hey, I just got like a huge parking ticket or whatever. I'd just be like, all right, I'm gonna give you $1,000. Like I would send like $1,000 for example, and I'd be like, just take care of it, and then you also have like she pays for her own rent, so I just
So you was paying her rent?
no I would just give her a certain amount, or I would just do like
Where
random
you
stuff.
meant like you exist?
It's
'Cause I
called.
got friends
See, they call him a
and-
big stepper.
That's what I was about to say. I got friends and
what they call it.
family.
Like, I
and, you
appreciate
know, they need that.
Not an issue.
They need that.
Yeah, I mean,
But what's 25,000 to a guy that makes
Yeah.
over 6 figures or whatever? You know what I mean? So
That's still a lot. But for his age, though, that's still a lot.
yeah.
You know,
I mean,
That's just me being considerate.
but she changed me for the better though. Like that was the first person that ever gave me like a.
and that right there is priceless. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. It's priceless. I feel like that was the person that brought me out of my comfort zone to get into a relationship and also just like take one seriously. And it was like a love that I never probably get back in due time. I have no idea when I'll be in a relationship again because I'm having fun.
Yeah.
But what's it called? I feel like love is priceless. So like that's why I did what I did. But like the money wasn't an issue because I knew I had it and I still have more
Talk
to
that
invest
talk.
on. So it was like. It was something that felt real. It wasn't like I'm a person that loves experiences. So when I'd rather take an experience than buy you like a Chanel bag or something. For
Yeah.
like,
Which is reasonable. I
yeah.
like that.
I like experiences over materials. So that's why I did what I did.
Okay. Circling back to y'all, because y'all still didn't answer the question. I'm not letting this go.
I don't really have a dollar amount that's too much. Like, I don't know. What do you mean, like per month, per week? What?
It can either be per week, per month, the year. He just said 25 in a year, so I don't know if you can beat that.
I think I'm pretty. I think I've tampered with those numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For real. And honestly, money comes and goes.
It does.
But once you make the right investments,
That's sure.
you know, you good.
Yeah.
You know? But like you said, what was the thing we said at the podcast? You know, you measure wealth by experiences, right?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
So, and for me, you know, I don't know. Women just, how do I say it? They'll make you want to do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The right woman.
The right
will make,
woman.
I was about to
I
say,
meant to
not
say-
women. I said the right
I meant
woman
to say that.
will make you want to do better. If she can elevate you, your
Right.
career, your business, your mind, your heart,
Right.
your spirit, your
I'm about to
stomach,
drop some knowledge for y'all.
So
Huh.
why not give them
she worth it.
I'm gonna drop
so-
some knowledge for y'all real quick.
You know?
Older woman is definitely a better than.
How old are we
somebody-
talking?
So the girl I had at the time was 24 when I was 20.
Okay.
So having that 4-year gap, it definitely matured you quicker because I feel like she had it all. She own apartment, own car, all that type of stuff. Personality was up there where like
Forces
the
you to
grown
grow.
folks. Yeah, it forces you to grow. Like when you
for sure.
when you're
It's a fact.
young, you're like, okay, I got to get out this stage where like I'm staying in this
Little
age
boy
bracket.
stuff. Yeah. Mhm.
And then it formed you into a man very quickly. So like that's why I feel like I'm on the maturity level that I am now.
That makes sense. You still didn't answer the question. I'm not letting this go.
What was the question?
How much is too much to spend on your girl?
I mean, I don't. If you got like the right girl, there's no like.
There's no price.
There's no
no
amount.
money, there's
like,
no dollar
If you, I'm telling you, if you had a right, bro, the right girl will multiply whatever you got going on.
Right.
Like if
Exactly.
you want this, bro, you tell her this, you're gonna get X. Like you know, it's gonna X
I got a question for
times
you
3,
later.
4 times.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I also want to
I got
flip
a
the
question
script
for
on
you
you.
Okay,
later.
go ahead. Flip the script on me because I'm probably nervous.
You
But
wanna,
go
let me
ahead.
ask you. You want to
Go
ask?
ahead. Go ahead first.
Go
Go ahead.
ahead. Somebody,
What
go
do you
ahead.
What do you think about 50-50?
I don't mind it.
You
I
don't
know it
mind
sounds
it?
crazy, but I don't mind it. I don't think, for one,
Come here, little bit.
I'm not one of those girls that think that money grows on trees. And I don't honestly think that men don't deserve to be pampered.
Wait. Say that last part again.
Say that louder. Louder. Let us hear what.
I believe that men deserve to be pampered.
Oh, deserve. Okay.
They deserve to. Just as much as women do, men deserve to be pampered. Like, so if you're my man, expect that just as much as you put into the relationship, I'm putting into it. If you give me $6,000,
Drop that Instagram.
I need to put the
Drop that Instagram.
No, but yeah, so I believe that if you give me $6,000 to invest in something, I'm promising you that I'm a flip that money, and it's gonna go more than your wildest dreams. And I'm gonna be able to do the same thing for you if you ever come to me and ask me. Not even if you come to me and ask me, I'm gonna do it because I love you, and I do it because I want to see your dreams flourish.
When this
So
video
anything-
drops, I'm adding her.
So anything you ask of me, I will do the same thing.
Powerful.
Wow.
So
I'm going to drink to that.
Now I ain't got $20,000 to go like that, but I will invest just as much as you invest into me, whether that's time, energy, money, or anything like that.
That's what's
I
up.
love that answer. That was beautiful.
I love that.
Thank you.
Have it up.
Now wait, did you ask me that question? What was your question?
I had a
Wait,
question.
Go
'Cause,
ahead.
you asked us about mental health. How's your mental health? As a black woman,
As a black woman,
entrepreneur.
I'm gonna say this. This year, I'm really not a big thing of manifestation. So, like, I know as a podcaster or even as a mental health person, it's like, how are you not big on manifesting? But it's just not my thing. I believe I'm a habits-based coach. I believe in the habits in which you have. If you're actually doing the work, then you see the results. But in the beginning of the year, I kind of tried to take a different approach and like, let me just try and manifest something, like writing it down. What type of dream man do I want? What type of dream job do I want? How do I want my grad school experience to be? Where do I want my life to be? And sure enough, honestly, in the last 5 months, a lot of the things that I have written down have been coming to fruition. And it's a very creepy and weird experience that I've been telling a lot of individuals. Like, honestly, if you honestly put in the work, you put in the habits, you really will see the results. But you can't give up at the first sight of it's not working. You have to be willing that sometimes it's not going to work that day, but it might work a whole week later. But you might have to have a different approach. So my mental health is so lighter now. For once in my life, I feel like I'm being seen as the woman I deserve to be. Not even in, obviously, the podcasting space, but even in the sense of being loved by a black man, being accepted by black men, uplifting black men, and as well as even in my career. Like, I just recently got a job at the college that I go to, and I'm making very nice money, and big girl money, and even getting a new car. It's just a bunch of different things that have just been so great, and I'm just so grateful. Because if you would have asked me this a year ago, I would have been like, "You're joking, you're lying, try again, wrong person." Like, no. So I love this for myself, and one thing is that I will say, because he's standing behind the camera, but I'm so grateful for my editor. I'm so grateful for my producer, because I am nothing without them. There are two men in my life I love to death. They deal with me with my 1 a.m. calls, the breakdown crying calls. Shout out to my producer, Liv. Like, I've literally cried to him multiple times. Shout out to Eric. My discombobulated thoughts. He puts them and makes this video together, like, beautiful. Like, so I am nothing without men in my life, and I'm nothing without the support. Even of my friends, they showed up for me today. Like, and it's
Shout
been,
out to friends.
It's been almost. I started my business 4 years ago. Actually, as of tomorrow will be 4 years that I've been in my business.
Wow.
And like, for my friends to show up and whatnot, I am truly grateful for them, and I love them. Because some of them,
over there?
Yes, I started some of
Shout
my
out to
business
friends.
with
Shout out
my
to friends.
friends.
Shout out to friends.
So I'm grateful for my friends. Thank you guys. We love you. I'm grateful for y'all.
Gang.
They may not be part of my team now. They may not be good team members, but they are great ass friends. So thank you.
I did have a question for you.
Go ahead.
What do you feel like? First of all, are you single?
I'm
was the
single, but
question
I
of the
am
day.
dating somebody
Okay,
at the
you do.
current
Okay.
moment.
Okay.
So we're, we're figuring that's kind of
Shout out to the
We got
man.
another question for you.
So, what do you feel like is like a common red flag that you've come across black man.
Inconsistency.
Inconsistency.
I can say that real quick. Inconsistency.
So when
Like,
you say,
don't say something and don't start an energy that us black women, we need that. Like, we need to, if we show up for y'all, we need
What's this?
you to do the same thing back. Like, I show up for, if you ask
best date
me,
you ever been on?
as long as I'm not busy in advance, I'm gonna show up for you. I'm gonna give you love. I'm gonna give you everything that you asked and for desire. But if you're not consistent with me, don't give no type of energy and can't continuously keep doing it.
I got a
Because then
question.
you make me look crazy. Go ahead.
What's the best, like, what's the most romantic date you've ever been on?
romantic,
Like,
date.
just
Like, somebody
describe
paid for it, or did I do it?
that the guy did. Like, describe like how it was,
That's,
and I'll give you recommendation of
You putting
what you
that-
should
okay,
do
hear
next.
the
me
guy
out.
you
Don't
dating on
give
pressure.
recommendations to me. I think you should give it to somebody
gonna see
else
this
that's
video.
potentially in this room.
got
Don't
you.
give it to me. Okay. I'm helping you out here. Don't give it to me. Don't give it to me. Give it to somebody else. The most romantic date that I've been
Hold on.
on? It's a good question. Actually, I don't even know.
Woo.
We're gonna have to come back to that soon.
I have two. I have two
We'll come
questions
back
for
to
the both of y'all.
romantic
For
date?
both of us?
Like,
Yeah.
okay, define what you mean by most romantic date.
All right, so like,
Like,
say for example, right? I've been on a date where I was in New York, and you're on like the 100th floor of the World Trade Center,
yeah, no.
and you have a
Top floor.
restaurant, and
Yeah, no.
you got a restaurant,
Floor.
Yeah,
It's
no.
just
showing all of New York.
We're not on that level over
I
here.
like this guy. I like this guy, yo.
I would love that treatment. I have never
I
received
like
that.
this guy.
So I guess I would say the best is yet to come.
All right, to be continued.
The best is yet
That's
to
a beautiful
come.
answer.
Bro, you on your way. You on your way, bro.
I
You on your way,
mean,
bro.
I
You on
think
your
he is
way.
as well. So any girl that ends up with you, she's very lucky to have
Be
you in her
careful.
life.
Thank you, I appreciate
careful.
No,
that.
please do not accept
Be
just any
careful.
type of love.
Of course.
Expect a love that gives back to you
But
just
you,
as much as you put
this
in.
guy's
Gotcha.
on his way.
Two questions for the both of y'all.
Okay. Because
Okay.
we gotta wrap up soon. But so what's the questions?
What's money to you, and what is money to you?
Ooh.
I can make this very simple for you. Money is a way to help my legacy and help me out in a way where I don't have to live a stressful life. It's a way where I can be at peace. I can be in my own femininity. And I don't feel like somebody has to dictate who and what I do. That's it. It's very simple.
Respect that.
When I think of money, I think about one day, what does my future children want and what do they need? And like, what can I provide for my future husband with my financial resources or his financial resources?
Damn.
That's it.
Provide.
Provide.
That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
That
I was just
it.
gonna say, money for me is just like, I feel like it's for generational wealth. I feel like when I leave, I want to make sure my kids have money, and I don't know, money is not really like a huge problem when you know that you're capable of making millions of dollars and you're capable of elevating like every step of the way with patience and hard work and dedication. I feel like you're always gonna keep trying to manifest and grow. So that's why I don't think money is an issue when you know like your potential in life. So when you have big dreams and aspirations and you know you're gonna keep working to get there, it's not really an issue at that moment because you know your kids are gonna be set when you're off this earth. So
Bro, you on your way, bro.
Thank you,
Just
man.
be careful, bro.
Please,
you, man.
please.
Just be
please,
careful.
I pray, my
Yeah.
prayer for you is that you find the
Yeah,
woman
be
that
careful,
God
bro.
designed for you.
Yeah,
Thank
be
you.
careful.
And
Appreciate
only
it.
for you.
But you on your way.
thank you, man. I
Man,
appreciate that.
have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Be safe. That's all I was
Be
gonna say.
safe, but have fun. And
That's
that's
it.
me.
Thank
Be
you, man.
safe.
I got you for sure.
Safe.
But I
All
wanna
Hey, we're going on the
thank
yacht
y'all.
party next time.
I want to thank
Next
y'all
time
for
I see you, we're going on the yacht party.
right.
I want to thank y'all for coming on to
Thank
the
you so
podcast
much.
today. Y'all are
Appreciate it.
dope.
Appreciate it.
I'm definitely looking forward to coming on y'all podcast.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna lock in.
We definitely got a lock in the date. So
We're gonna lock it in.
this is a part one. If you see it here,
Part two coming soon.
The part
Part
two
two
coming
somewhere.
soon. Definitely on
for
all
sure.
money, all things money.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elijah, for
course, no
coming
problem.
on. Does anybody have any final thoughts they want to give to the crowd? If it not anything, something that they could walk away with from
Oh.
this conversation. Go ahead. Anybody can
'cause
go
I was-
first.
I
I was just gonna say a celebration thing, but you could say the important stuff.
Nah, I was gonna say, yo, just lock in. Lock into whatever you want. If you have an idea, God, I don't know if I'm religious, but if God put an idea in your mind, bro, you can have it. You know what I'm saying? So whatever crazy idea you want, a mansion, you want all the fly honeys, all that type of, bro, you can have it.
Yeah.
Shorty, you can have all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have whatever is in your mind.
Yeah.
You can have it. You just gotta. It's going. You don't know what type time it's gonna take to get there, but you can have it. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta put the time in, put the work in, and believe in yourself. Because that's the number one key and goal is to believe in yourself. Because a lot of times, you know, when you set yourself out to do something crazy, something out of the ordinary, like, hey, I want to be a millionaire. Not a lot of people gonna feel you when you say that. So you gotta believe in yourself, and whatever is in your mind, you can have it, you can touch it, because all this stuff that you're looking at was man-made. Somebody came up with it in their idea to make this. So in the same time, in the same sense, you could do the same thing. So just believe in whatever your mind comes true, and you can have it.
That's a
Believe
fact.
that.
That's a
Okay.
fact. That's a fact.
Anybody else got any final
Believe that.
thoughts?
I just wanted to say thank you, Joy, for having us on this podcast, and
Thank
you've
you.
been an amazing host, and I can't wait for what we have in the future. And when this drops, it's gonna definitely go crazy. And
For sure.
I
Thank you so much for wanting to be
to the
on
crowd
it.
out there, for your friends. You guys are always welcome to come on the yacht, and we'll
Yes.
have,
Oh,
we'll have a
Justin
great
Willie. That'll
time.
probably be the group that's going on the yacht for her
So
birthday.
everybody that's out there right now over there, I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah, you guys are all welcome to the yacht. So just let me know, and we'll make something happen.
Okay, okay.
I like this guy.
One thing I'm gonna end it on. As black people, you know, we could do anything. So
Sure.
everything under the sun is attainable.
That's a fact.
So just chase your dreams, work hard, don't get distracted, stay focused, and you'll get anything you want in this life. Yeah, you just gotta believe in yourself first. You know, don't get discouraged. Just put the work in, put the time in the work in. Once you put the time in the work in, everything in life will be worth it. Trust me.
For sure.
So just keep going, don't stop, and let's get this money.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to end on a final thought as well, since everybody went. I'm going to go last, because obviously it's me. Take care of yourself. That's the only thing.
That's a
You can make
fact.
all the money in the world. There's a lot of million and billionaires that do it every day. And I promise you, they have not taken care of themselves. They are dying
True.
quick. Black men have
Suicide.
a rate
Definitely.
that are dying. They're actually fourth in the country to die the quickest, especially between the ages of 18 and 34. You guys are dying by prostate cancer. I just recently
my
did
God.
I recently did my project in grad school on that. It's so important.
What is it? 80%?
No, for prostate cancer.
Yeah.
For one, y'all should start being
I
checked
know
up
it's
at
high.
the age of 45.
Yeah. I heard. It's
Y'all are dying by not even sometimes reaching 60,
Pray for me.
65, and unfortunately. So just take care of yourself. Lean on those that are most valuable to you, more important to you. Say I love you. Even if you didn't grow up in a household with individuals, you never know when it's going to be somebody's last day.
Sure.
That's a fact.
Just say I love you. I'm thankful for you. And if you don't do nothing, just take care of yourself. Go to the gym, please. That's men and women. Please go to the gym. I be in the gym at least 2-3 times a week, and sometimes I'm not. But like, you more than not got that conversation. I'm still in great health. But no, seriously, take care of your health. Go see your PCPs. They're there to help you. Take your vegetables, take your herbs, do whatever you got to do to be the best version for yourself. Get all the information and knowledge in this life that you can, so you can impact the next generation, impact yourself, and impact those even that were before you. Your ancestors were here for a reason, so make them proud.
For sure.
That's all I gotta say. So thank you all for coming and tuning in. Thank you for my amazing crowd. Yes, thank y'all. I'm so grateful for y'all. And tune in for another JWP podcast episode. It's a wrap. Fade to black. We out.
All things money. Follow us on Instagram.